In a world where power was measured by weapons, armies, and wealth, there rose one man who carried nothing but truth in his heart and peace in his hands. A man so simple that he wore only a piece of cloth, yet so powerful that he moved an entire nation to freedom. This is the story of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, the man the world remembers as Mahatma, the great soul. A story of courage, truth, struggle, and transformation. A story that still whispers to every heart today. You don't need power to change the world. You only need purpose. Gandhi was born on October 2, 1869, in Porbandar, a small town on the western coast of India. He was the youngest child of Karamchand Gandhi, a respected political figure, and Putlibai, a deeply religious mother. Little Mohan, as everyone called him, was shy, quiet, and often afraid to speak in public. He wasn't the brightest student nor the most confident. But there was something special about him, a deep sense of honesty and curiosity. One day, during school, when the inspector came to test spelling, Gandhi misspelled a word. The teacher whispered, "Look at your friend's slate, correct it." But Gandhi refused. He preferred failure over dishonesty. That day, a seed of truth was planted in his soul, a seed that would one day grow into a revolution. At 18, Gandhi left India to study law in London. He promised his mother he would stay vegetarian and pure, a promise he kept with discipline. In London, Gandhi faced loneliness and struggled to fit in. He tried learning English manners, from dancing to dressing, but deep inside he knew these were not the values that defined him. Instead, he found peace in books, especially the Bhagavad Gita. It taught him the meaning of selfless action. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Do your duty, but don't worry about the result. That became the philosophy of his life. In 1893, Gandhi went to South Africa to work on a legal case. He was a young, polite lawyer, unaware that his destiny was about to change forever. One cold night, he boarded a train to Pretoria with a first-class ticket. But when a white passenger objected to sharing the compartment with an Indian, Gandhi was ordered to move to third class. He refused. He was thrown off the train at Pietermaritzburg station. As he stood shivering in the darkness, his heart burned with humiliation, but not hatred. He asked himself, should I fight back, or should I fight differently? That night, Gandhi chose his weapon, non-violence. He realized that true strength doesn't come from anger. It comes from self-control. From that moment, Mohandas became Mahatma. Gandhi stayed in South Africa for over 20 years, not as a lawyer, but as a leader. He saw Indians being humiliated, beaten, and treated like dirt. But instead of violence, he taught them satyagraha, the power of truth and peaceful resistance. He said, when you resist injustice with love and patience, your silence shakes the oppressor's heart. People followed him, barefoot, hungry, but united. Their calm courage broke the pride of the mighty empire. And slowly, Gandhi discovered that truth and non-violence were not just political tools, they were spiritual weapons. In 1915, Gandhi returned to India. The country he loved was still in chains, not just of foreign rule, but of fear and division. He traveled across villages, seeing poverty, pain, and injustice. He didn't wear a suit anymore. He dressed like the poorest Indian, wearing khadi, the cloth spun by hand. He said, if I want to lead my people, I must look like them, live like them, and feel their pain. Soon the nation began to see in him a reflection of its own conscience. Gandhi became a voice for the voiceless. Gandhi led the non-cooperation movement, urging Indians to stop serving the British. He asked people to leave government jobs, boycott foreign clothes, and build self-reliance. His message was simple. Change begins not with anger, but with awareness. When violence erupted at Chari Chaura, Gandhi stopped the entire movement because even one drop of blood was too high a price for freedom. Critics mocked him, but Gandhi stood firm. Freedom without peace is just another kind of slavery. In 1930, the British imposed a tax on salt. something every Indian needed. Gandhi decided to challenge it, not with guns, but with a walk. He marched 240 miles from Sabarmati Ashram to Dandi, gathering thousands along the way. Old men, women, children, all walking with faith in their hearts. When Gandhi bent down to pick up a handful of salt from the seashore, that single act echoed across the world. It was a symbol of resistance, quiet yet thunderous. The world saw. This was not just a march. It was the awakening of a nation. Gandhi was arrested many times. He faced insults, isolation, and imprisonment, but he never gave up hope. Even behind bars, he fasted, prayed, and wrote letters full of compassion, even for his enemies. He believed, if you hate the British, you become them. But if you forgive them, you rise above them. His strength didn't come from muscles. It came from faith. Faith that truth always wins. Not today, not tomorrow, but eventually. After decades of struggle, on August 15, 1947, India was finally free. The dream that began with one man's truth had awakened millions. But Gandhi was not celebrating. He was praying for peace, because the country was bleeding from partition. He walked into villages torn by hate, saying, "An eye for an eye will make the whole world blind." Even in his last days, he chose love over revenge. On January 30, 1948, Gandhi walked to his evening prayer. He folded his hands, smiled at the crowd, and in a moment, 3 bullets ended his life. His last words, "Hey Ram," were not of fear or anger, but of peace. He left the world quietly, but his truth still echoes louder than ever. Gandhi proved that you don't need armies to fight evil. You don't need wealth to change lives. You just need truth, love, and consistency. His message inspired leaders across the world, Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela, and millions who chose peace over war. Even today, when injustice rises, Gandhi's voice returns, soft yet unstoppable, whispering, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Mahatma Gandhi lived simply but thought deeply. He failed, fell, and rose again and again until truth became his armor and love his weapon. Remember his life not as history, but as a mirror, because every time you choose kindness over anger, truth over lies, peace over hate, you bring Gandhi back to life. True strength lies not in domination, but in compassion. The greatest revolution begins within yourself.